Welcome to the newsstand of the hottest new podcast, Opinions 2 Million, with your hosts, Big G, Money Mo, and Shawnee, where we'll be discussing the latest and greatest heat from the culture. Man, did you hear that beat drop? You ain't ready. Let's get straight into it. Opinions to reach 1 million followers, opinions to reach $1 million. New pod dropping every week. I officially welcome you to Opinions 2 Million podcast. Let the beat rock. Welcome. Back for another one. Episode 43.
Yes, sir. It's a big one.
Yes, sir. This might be the best one of the year. We got some fire pod topics, man. This joint is going to be a hard-hitting episode from topic
Yes, sir.
1 straight on down. We already got everybody here. Money Mo, Bam, Maya, Big G. We might have more people joining as we go along, but let me run down these topics real quick, man. Dion leaves the HBCUs high and dry. Man, what is Blueface doing, man? He might as well hang up the rap career. Tory said, no weapon formed against me. The trial, we got to give you the update on this trial, man. They finally let it home. Brittany finally came home. But I don't know, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Was the merchant worth it? Bobby versus Youngboy, man. What is Bobby on the internet talking that he done caught 2 bodies since he's been home? Man, he's been really tweaking. Something wrong with him. They said, I'm gonna tell. That's his new name. YSL, I'm gonna tell. Gonna tell on you. Man, he's still going wild out here. Man, the only hope left for civilization, man, they done exposed Liver King. Art Basel, man. They had this crazy ATM at Art Basel. The Twitter leak files, man, they said Twitter was doing a lot of meddling with stuff, man, and blocking everything and the Hunter Biden story and all kind of stuff. Man, there's been a suspicious rise in the death of crypto billionaires, man. In the last month, there's been 4 crypto billionaires that have come out missing. I mean, not missing, but found dead. Charleston White did an interview. You know, he's wilding as always. He pulled out a gun on the host. Mailing kills TikTok, man. They said no more TikTok for our government employees. We had the world's youngest black mayor. At 18 years old, he became mayor of a city. And man, we got to talk about it, man. Once Meg goes down, hopefully this hot girl summer stuff stops. They going down spring break. They came back, mystery babies. Don't even know what happened. What a shame. What a shame. We got so many good topics. Let's go ahead and get straight into it, man. Deion Sanders, man. Deion, good old prime time.
Yes, sir.
Good old prime time.
The good brother.
He a good brother.
Deion Sanders was the former head coach of Jackson State HBCU football team, and he left them high and dry. Made the announcement mid-game in the SWAC championships. Players got caught off guard. Soon after the announcement, he rushed the ceremony and was high and dry on a private jet, posted in Colorado swag and greeting the former teammates. I just think the whole thing was botched. He's leaving Jackson State. What's your thoughts on it? I'm going to let y'all go ahead and go first.
You see, his calling isn't to one place or one school. His calling is to the young black men that he's serving. That's his calling.
Do you really want to stand behind that statement? Do you know how many young black men or young black people go to Colorado?
He's not talking about this Colorado. He's talking about the black men that's on the football team. The football team is probably like 70% black.
No, it's not. Boulder, Colorado has 1.6% black student population.
You're talking about the football team.
1.6. Did you see that speech in the locker room? There was like 3 black kids.
Bro, that's
They take care of the fence though. He gonna get more transfers. One thing I will
Oh,
say, they was on some scheming stuff at Jackson State. President
Huh.
hiding Deion Sanders' money. They doing some scheming stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Colorado,
that's
he got the bag. He could use the bag in the future. That's what Gary not thinking about. He's
Mhm.
not gonna stay at Colorado. He could use it back in the future to maybe do more stuff.
We see where Mo at.
I don't know, bro, because he bringing like 10 or 15 people with him. He already got like 4 or 5-star recruits committed to the school. I think he might be there for a little minute.
And Colorado, predominantly a white state, he gonna bring more black people into it.
Mo, come on, yo. You cannot be. Y'all making a.
He don't owe nobody nothing. Man.
But it's an
bro.
opportunity, bro. Why
The
is
man didn't even
Deion-
finish his contract out. It's a
But
disgrace.
they
You
gonna win the
came
ship,
there,
though.
you sold a dream, and then you just dip out. As soon as you get the next big stand, you on 60 minutes talking about God told you to come here. Did God tell you to leave
Well, he was there
for
for
a couple
$3
million
years.
dollars more?
A
He had
couple
a
$1 million.
contract.
To his
You
defense,
not know
Jackson
what a
State be
contract
So he's
dominating.
getting like $5 million a year.
Jackson
A
State be
contract.
dominating.
He had a
Jackson-
contract.
Jackson State be dominating teams. If he
He
leaves,
had
they
one
still
more-
gonna dominate.
He had one more year left in his contract. He could have waited the year, fulfilled the contract, and said, I'm on the greener and better pastures. That would have been a respectable way to go out.
Bro, he's getting $5 million a year in Colorado. And plus, Jackson.
So did
Jackson
God tell
State
him to
wasn't
leave
even
for the
paying
money?
his-
God told him to
Hey,
leave
If
for the
God
money.
blesses you with an opportunity
Fact,
and you don't take that opportunity, why are you blocking your blessings?
So when did God tell him to leave the black kids in Jackson State and go play with the white kids?
He bringing them with him.
Nah, man.
He's bringing
he's
bringing
not.
Jackson State to Colorado. I don't know. You
It
want to
don't work like that.
He's bringing
Jackson
Jackson State
they
to
blow
Colorado.
up. I bet you Jackson State next year going to still be undefeated.
You cannot sit
done
here.
brought a
You
couple
can't sit
transfers.
here and tell me in the long run, say a 10 to 15 year time horizon, that him going to Colorado would have been more beneficial than him staying at Jackson State.
Beneficial to who?
Yes, because he did everything he could have did.
Who we trying to benefit?
The community. What did he say? He said he was coming. Y'all can't get around his own words. He said he's coming to Jackson State to bring HBCU football back. Y'all might not have realized this, but
What he
it was
did.
less than
He did.
Yo, it
Bro,
was less
yeah,
than 40
bro.
years ago when all of the NFL players that were black were coming from HBCUs. I
Where?
don't think y'all realize that.
Cap.
Oh my goodness.
Cap. So
Come on,
much
man.
cap.
40, 50 years ago, it was.
So much cap. There is not been, I don't know about no 40, 50 years. Bro, that's so much cap. The 80s?
He said,
All them niggas coming from Miami and Florida State. That nigga, Deion Sanders with a Florida State,
you
bro.
don't know what you're talking about.
I know
I
what
said,
I'm talking
I
about.
said the 40s and 50s. Look at you.
You said 40, 50 years
No,
ago.
I did not. 40s,
Yes, he
50s,
did, Gary.
1940.
You said 40, 50 years ago.
I said 1940, 50.
No.
Look at you. Look at you.
you.
Oh, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
But, hey,
Right.
but Gary, how do you know he might not go back after he get the bag?
He
Bro, I
could
don't
go
wanna
back,
hear
but
that.
why?
I don't
But
want to
he
hear that.
he could also start a trend. Why can't
His
he
overall goal is Florida State, I think. He's gonna be a coach of Florida State eventually.
Oh yeah, but
I
that's
want to
cool.
know, did God tell him to leave the HBCU?
God told him to take opportunity. He took the opportunity.
Mo, did God tell him?
Nah, he
Mo,
did,
I
Gary.
wanna
Man,
know.
why can't God
He
tell
took
What he
that
said?
another
God
NFL Hall
told
of
him to
Famer to
take
go
the
coach at
opportunity.
HBCU?
Gary, be real. You
I am
somebody offer
being
you,
real.
nah, somebody offer you $5 million, you make it $300,000.
Right,
You're not
bro.
gonna take the $5 million.
No, I'm not. Yo, Deion
Oh,
don't
my
need the
goodness.
money. It's bigger than the money. That's what y'all not
He can help
understanding, yo.
he can help families. He can help a lot of the black community.
He's starting a trend, bro.
Goodness, yo.
When Ray Lewis goes coach at Morgan State, y'all gonna be happy. He's starting the trend. Ray Lewis is going to Morgan State, bro. I'm
Not
trying
if
to
he
I'm calling it
goes
right
to
now.
coach at Not if he just goes and uses the HBCUs as a stepping stone so you get to the white schools.
He
That's
don't need
not
to do
starting
that.
those trends. That's not starting no trend.
Deion could have coached at another school.
So you don't got no saying that nobody would give him an opportunity. So now that they give him
as
an
soon as he said he
opportunity,
was into coaching, he could have had an opportunity.
no, he did not, yo. A lot of schools were telling him down.
But look at this guy. Is he giving the kids that's coming with him a better opportunity to make it to the NFL?
Yeah.
What is he teaching the kids that are coming with him? He's
The
teaching
same thing
them
every other coach,
that
bro.
you
Like
give
he's the
out when
first
you get the
coach.
next best opportunity. You pack up and run.
The
that a
same
life
thing every
lesson?
other coach has been doing.
Is that a life lesson?
Is it
That's
because
a
he's
good lesson. I
black?
ain't
Is
gonna
that a
lie.
life lesson?
That's a
Where's
good lesson,
coaches
Gary.
that
I ain't
spent
gonna
1-2 years out of school and dip? The coaching carousel, bro. Like it's because he's black don't mean nothing. This coach has been doing this for years.
I don't think y'all are. Something's wrong with y'all.
What do
Y'all
you
are
mean?
really
He's
not
doing the
seeing it.
same thing every other coach
I'm
does.
using his own words. He said he was coming there to bring HBCU football back. If he
Back
didn't
to
say
what?
that, if he didn't say God brought him there, if he didn't say all of this theatrical stuff, trying to be prime time and doing all of this stuff, nobody would be mad.
He got the multi-million-dollar deals on TV. He got college game day
But
at
look at this.
HBCU. He
Look
more
at
than
this.
that. And that was
Only-
up to us to keep
only
it going.
HBCU.
None of that stuff matters, yo. The only
look at this, Gary.
HBCU what?
But
What?
the only HBCU that real players were committed to was Jackson State, and they were blowing teams out. What are the other teams gonna benefit? He did with all he was like, oh, we're gonna keep blowing teams out. He like, okay. No other NFL coaches were committing to. I mean, being coached at HBCUs. That's what he was trying to bring back, but.
Right, people only cared about Jackson State.
What do I gain? What do I gain from this?
You Atlanta, North Carolina A&T. You got the one Tennessee State that got a NFL player as the NFL player as a head coach now, and I don't even think y'all don't understand that.
Oh, so he did his job. It's like that.
Nah, he been had the job before Deion. Look at you. You don't know. That's what I'm trying to. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all just ignorant.
HBCU football is an issue because black people don't promote HBCU football. You can't. When Deion came, that's when niggas started really paying attention to HBCU football.
Right. It shouldn't be all on Deion. It should be.
And even when it was really just Jackson
accountable.
State. Niggas was not worried about no goddamn no Miles College on TV. Who the fuck is Miles College? Or niggas were watching the Tuskegee because just I got them Tuskegee football game, but they was on TV. Deion did that. Now let's thank Deion. Let him go get his bag.
Sold us out, and there's too much selling out going on.
It's not just it's not selling out.
Too much selling out going on. There's a lot of sellouts.
Just a lot of perpetrators.
So Mo, I do have something to say about the people who don't support any HBCU stuff,
right?
And then trying to downplay and clown them and stuff like that. But it's not a valid point. That's what we call a logical fallacy, because the people who are supporting Deion didn't support HBCU football either.
They supported Deion.
You can't use that.
That is it. They supported Deion.
Yes.
I think everybody should be held accountable that played around HBCUs or the players. I feel like everybody coming at Deion.
Nobody's saying
when he did
Deion
more than all of them.
Nobody's saying Deion was the savior of HBCU football, and he definitely set a blueprint where people could follow. And if you're really that concerned, you should go support your local HBCU and do other stuff. But all I'm saying is he had a 4-year commitment that he signed the dotted line on, and he should have contractually fulfilled that.
And another thing.
That's all I'm saying.
He's putting
you're going to argue with that? You're going to argue with that?
Into big spaces.
He's arguing with that.
Bro, I'm just saying, it's another thing.
So you saying black spaces can't be big spaces? Is that what you're saying?
HBCUs, yeah. Because they're not big schools. They're not Power 5 schools. They didn't have money to pay his assistants.
You saying assistants didn't get paid?
No, that's what Dion said. I'm supporting Dion.
Dion said he can leave the HBCU, but the HBCU can't leave him. He bringing him with him.
Uh-oh. And the thing is, Gary, look, they undefeated. Like I said, what's the next step for him? Keep bringing more people so they can be undefeated more. He like, nah, I'm tired of this. I need to.
Right. He could have.
If nobody else going, if no other players come into other HBCUs, then I'm like, yeah.
That's such an ignorant statement. You don't even know how to. You don't know how the conferences work. That's why I know you're not educated in.
Yeah, they loving it though.
Mo, you act like they can't move conferences. They could easily go. They could easily go from the SWAC to the Big South, or they could go to another division. And then in that, if they win those divisions, they would be competing with Power 5 SEC schools in the national championship. They would. You don't know the different.
Oh no, I'm talking about like from the money aspect, because they know Dion will leave eventually, so they go. I don't think they can keep up with the money in the SEC and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting though.
Y'all sellouts. Y'all support a sellout. That's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Some new information. We're gonna keep it moving. Some new information surfaced on Blueface. You know, we've seen this clip a while ago, but now they released a close up. Man, Blueface been getting beat up by his girl and everything.
Yes, I want him to be released from the set.
Gap Tooth Rock.
No. This sounds very misogynistic. No. Blueface is just as guilty as she is.
He needs help.
No, it's not.
He needs
I
help.
haven't heard about Blueface breaking into people's houses and hitting people. And
that's what happens when you're dealing with a narcissist.
Nobody told her to do it.
But one thing I will say, will be like Blueface ruined her. Like, I feel like before Blueface, you could see like how she was, because people be showing her like pictures when she was in college. I'm like, nah, she was still crazy.
Nah, man, you tripping.
I'm talking about her.
No, I'm pretty sure she been crazy.
Yeah, she always been crazy. People be like, oh, she wasn't crazy back then. Like,
he's being abused, misused. And I just
black eye.
Yeah, bro, few of them. I want him to.
You seen the patch he pulled out of her hair?
It was a fair fight.
Now it's a fair fight, but his black eye is her abusing him.
Well, that's a grown man.
You want a black eye?
No.
I don't know what type of life they in, but that's crazy.
Meg, we're recording this.
I didn't say for me. Bubby.
Nah, yo, but they released a video of an altercation between Krishan Gap Tooth and her father and Blueface. That joint was wild, man.
Yeah, that joint was real. Yeah.
Pops pressed Blueface.
But I heard he got knocked out.
Who, Pops?
Yeah, they didn't show that part though.
No, I'm dying. And then who swung? Pop swung or Blueface swung?
Yeah, Pop swung.
But
it's crazy. Her dad used to abuse her as a child. And after that incident, she tweeted out, like, you're not even my real dad. Blueface is my dad. I was like,
I'm dying. She needs some help.
That's weird, bro.
We got a lot of pain and hurt in our Black community, and comes out. Krishan Rock is just a prime example of it. I pray for that soul. And if we didn't have so many sellouts like Deion Sanders, maybe we could start.
Nothing to do with that.
Hey, yeah, I can't lie. Charlamagne killed Dr. Umar on that.
No, he did not,
Yeah.
It's hands down. He shouldn't have left. He sold a dream and he didn't cash in on it. Right? I don't know who's telling their kids and raising them up. I was raised up. If you start something, you finish it. What you got to say?
But he did finish it. He about to win the championship.
Bro, you got 2 back-to-back SWAC championships.
Do y'all not know what a contract? Do you not know what a contract is?
But Gary, you got to think about his kids too. His kid got 1 more year for the NFL. He'll look better at Colorado versus bigger teams. Then NFL scouts gonna be like, oh, he's just playing in one division, dominating. We can't really tell. Same with the other kids. he go to a bigger conference. It's like, okay, now scouts can really be like, so he making all his people he bring with him win. All the coaches he bring with him, they can coach at better teams now. Gary ain't got nothing to say about that. It's like,
once the Uncle Ruckus, always the Uncle Ruckus, man.
Yo.
All right, man. Let's get really into this meat and potatoes, man.
Oh yeah, it's a big one coming up. I can't wait. So
Tory and Meg. Tory and Meg. We will all want to know, did Meg the Stallion get shot? Or did she get step on glass? Or what happened? What happened
before anybody talk, I'm gonna say this should be an easy case. It was a if it was just straightforward, like, oh, I got shot. But it's real difficult for a reason. Like,
and I only think it's difficult because a lot of people are preying on Meg. And I'm not talking about Tory, Kelsey, or the bodyguard. I'm talking about people from the labels that have ulterior motives.
Yeah.
Right? And they seen this as an opportunity to skyrocket and elevate Meg's career. And then you can see from when she got shot by Tory to now, the amount of awards and all that stuff that she's gotten, it's been utterly ridiculous. You tripping.
But Meg was hot before she got shot.
She was not hot, yo. She was not hot, yo. She was not. She had one song and was known from Drowning the Boat. Drowning the Boat that she stole from Kodak.
No, I think
she had one song and was driving the boat. That's all she was known for.
No, she was already hot before she got shot.
No, she was not, yo. She had one song.
No, she didn't have one song. Because before Megan got shot, she had came to Frostburg and performed a good 20.
And how many of them you knew?
All 18.
Let's go over these events, man. The court case has started. First day of court. First day of court, they had the opening statements. The prosecution, and I'm going to be using legal terms for those of you who don't know, so I'm going to explain just because some people don't understand the difference between the prosecution and the defense. The prosecution is the people, the state of California that is charging Tory Lanez, and the defense is Tory Lanez defense attorneys that are defending him in his criminal proceedings. So they had voir dire. There was one interesting thing that happened during voir dire. For y'all that don't know the legal term voir dire, that's jury selection. All right. So during jury selection, this is actually funny. A lot of people reported on it. They had a lady come into the courtroom and they were asking her questions, and then she blurted out saying, I don't know why Meg lied on Tory. Tory Lanez is innocent. If you put me on this trial, I'm going to do everything in my interest to make sure that he's found not guilty.
This thing really got fans like that?
Yeah, yo, Tory's. Yo, I don't think people realize.
You gotta think about how much Black women hate Black women and want to see their downfall. And how much you got to understand the culture of Black people and how Black women have to protect abusive Black men, and it's so ingrained in them they can't see that Tory is guilty, paid Kelsey off, and now Kelsey's causing all this confusion.
That makes no sense. Can we get to the facts first before you start running with narratives?
Okay, we'll listen to your facts. Go ahead.
So that was voir dire. After jury was selected, now we have day one of testimony. The prosecution made a laid out, straightforward case. They tried to say Tory Lanez shot Megan because he was jealous that Megan was talking about his career and his balding spot. They laid out a real weak case to say that Tory and Meg had an argument in the car. Tory got so mad he pulled out a gun and shot her. The defense came in and said that, wow, what led up to that situation? Why did the prosecution leave out what happened at the party, at Kylie Jenner's party? Why did they leave out that Meg and Kelsey left and then came back to get Tory? Why did they leave out that there was multiple stops? And, they just left out a whole bunch of details. They tried to make it seem like it was, they left, got in the car, they argued, and then Tory shot Meg. So that's how it started. Then next up, prosecution brought on their witnesses. The first day was filled with police officers testifying. The LAPD botched this whole investigation. The senior officer on the case had only been on the force for 6 months. That was the senior officer. So there was other officers that had been on the force less than 6 months that worked the case. Now we all watch criminal TV shows. When you get to the evidence, they have those little yellow triangle things that they use to mark where bullet fragments are or where evidence is at. In this case, they did not use those. They used pieces of paper to mark where the evidence was. That was mistake number. That's not proper protocol. So the defense pointed that out. So now when you try to build up ballistics or GSR testing on top of where that was, it's inaccurate because the base layer of your evidence is not credible because you didn't have, who knows if the wind was blowing and the pieces of paper were moving around and things like that. They didn't follow proper protocol. Additionally, the first arresting officers that was on the case has been let go from the force for a similar situation. He had a domestic violence situation, right? So now the first officer to get on scene has been excluded from trial because he's facing similar charges. So the first day was just a wash, right? The prosecution tried to bring up the police, but Tory's team kind of just ripped it all apart and saying, y'all had inexperienced officers on the case and, they weren't properly trained or knew what they were doing and they didn't follow proper protocol, and they got them to admit on stand that they didn't follow proper procedure when handling the evidence. Next day, Marcus comes into the courtroom. For y'all don't know Marcus, that's Meg Thee Stallion. Marcus takes the stand and she gets choked up. I don't want to be here.
Bro, because she's been attacked for like months.
Years. And Kelsey said the same thing, that she didn't want to be in court. But continue. We can already see your bias by not calling her the right name. So everything you said up to this point is out the window. But continue, please.
Marcus is on the stand. Marcus tries to draw sympathy by wearing a Barney suit. The Barney suit, all purple Barney
Tory
suit.
brought his son in there to draw sympathy. Okay, but keep going.
Excuse me, ma'am, could you please contain yourself? A Barney suit. She tried to use purple because you know what purple represents? Domestic violence. Well, it's too easy.
Yo, I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, yo, come on.
I'm sure, but that's crazy.
I've been studying this case.
He's been sitting downstairs listening to academics. That's what you call studying?
Marcus testifies that she did not get kicked out of Kylie's party. Marcus testifies that she left Kylie's party because her wig was slipping. Also, Marcus testified that her, Kelsey, and Tory's bodyguard did not leave the party and then come back to the party to pick him up, right? Additionally, Marcus testified that there was no altercation in the car. Also, Marcus testified that she got out of the car, right? Marcus even contradicted her own prosecution's opening statement. Let me remind you, the prosecution's opening statement was that Meg got out, got shot by Tory, and Kelsey ran over to console her, and then Tory and Kelsey got into a physical altercation because he was approaching Meg. Meg got on the stand and said, I was sitting in the front seat. Tory was in the rear driver's seat. Kelsey was in the rear passengers. Meg said, I got out the car, walked to the front of the vehicle. Right? In 7 seconds, right? Imagine this. Tory, in 7 seconds, Tory skedaddles from the back driver's seat, grabs a gun wherever the gun was at, because she said he didn't have a gun when they was in the car, grabs a gun, pulls over to the passenger side, out the window, hanging out the window, yells, dance, B-word, shoots her 5 times in 7 seconds. Please tell me if that's possible.
Well, you know, she a survivor, bro. So like that whole event might be too traumatizing for her to actually remember things. She got shot. Things like that happen.
So additionally, Marcus
the court
testified,
isn't even arguing that she got shot. There was gunpowder residue found on Tory and Kelsey. The gun was fired. We just don't know who shot her. All these other details.
Excuse me. Has anybody here said that Meg was not shot? I don't think anybody argued.
You said it. You said, did she slip on flags or did she get shot? That's what you said.
I didn't say nothing of the sort.
Yourself.
Nothing of the sort. I said Marcus testified that in 7 seconds, Tory grabbed the gun, put the window down, hanged out the window, said dance, B-word, and shot her 5 times in 7 seconds.
Like 5'2", bro. He can do that. Yes, that's fucking midget speed, bro. It's possible. It's possible. 7 seconds is a long time.
It seems like we have a Kelsey in the audience.
Not a Kelsey, but y'all gonna stop messing with Marcus, bro.
My thing is that Kelsey. Yeah, you about to get into the Kelsey stuff.
Yeah, I'm ready to get into Kelsey.
Yeah.
Also, Marcus testified that this is the worst thing happened to her life, and that there's a lot of people in powerful places. At this point, she was alluding to Drake that don't believe her, and that it's so hard for her. And she wished that night that the bullet wouldn't have hit her foot and killed her. That's what she said on the stand. Additionally,
she's a survivor.
The Barney suit was just too much, according to Milagro. She said the Barney suit, it wasn't given. But day 3, that was powerful testimony by Marcus the Stallion. Day 3, Kelsey takes the stand. Oh man. Kelsey takes the stand. They asked Kelsey, did you shoot Meg? No, I didn't shoot Meg. Do you know who shot Meg? No, I don't know who shot Meg. Kelsey, do you remember you met with us in September of this year and you told us that you seen Tory shoot Meg? Kelsey pauses. Kelsey said, I plead the 5th. Then she goes to the back of the courtroom to confer with her lawyer. Then says she won an immunity deal. For those that don't know what immunity deal means, that anything that she says can't be used against her. The prosecution, again, this is the state prosecution, grants Kelsey immunity. Kelsey's lawyer objects, said that she wants blanket immunity. I just want to make this clear for the people that don't know legalese. Blanket immunity means that anything that she says can't be used on future to prosecute her at all, right? So there's a difference between regular immunity, which means anything that she says within this.
It's not regular immunity, it's called use immunity for the people that don't know.
Where did you get your George doctorate at, ma'am? But for the regular immunity, it just protects what you say on the stand, right? Blanket immunity protects you from any prosecution in the first. So anything you say, no other additional evidence could be used to prosecute you for what you said, right? They denied.
Let me help you out. Use immunity means that you cannot use her testimony to prosecute her for a crime, but you can still prosecute her for that crime without using that testimony. Blanket immunity means she cannot be charged for that crime.
That's what I said. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Would you like to repeat it one more time, Ms. Johnson? One more time for the people in the back of the class. Well, let's keep on moving. So, blanket immunity was not given, but on the record, the prosecutor said they would not use anything to prosecute Meg. A blanket immunity agreement was not drawn up, but on the record, it was agreed to. So we'll let that float in the air, right? So after that, old Kelsey started giving it up. Prosecution goes and said, Kelsey, you remember you testified and said that you saw Tory shoot Meg? Kelsey said, no, I don't recall. And the prosecution goes, oh, would you like me to show you the transcript of our conversation? Kelsey says no. And then proceeds to say, I lied. Everything I told you was a lie. Tory did not shoot Meg Thee Stallion. Everybody in the courtroom's drawers drop.
So who shot him? Did she shoot him?
He said, Joe.
Kelsey's already testified under oath that she did not shoot Marcus.
So who shot Meg?
But she has a history. But she has a history of lying. She lied to the prosecution.
Yes.
So what makes her a credible witness?
Right.
She was not under oath when she lied to the prosecution.
Don't forget that they said Tory paid her like $1 million or something
Come
like
through,
that.
Bree. Come through.
Tory paid her to shut her mouth. So of course
witness tampering. Can we get a definition for that?
And they said that's why Nicki Minaj. They said that's why Nicki Minaj and a bunch of other rappers don't talk to her because she's known for stealing people men and getting paid off to shut up.
Who?
Kelsey.
Yeah, I need evidence.
I ain't never heard nothing like that.
Y'all need to listen to the radio in the morning. They was just talking about this on the radio.
Bro, we ain't never heard nothing like. Let's address the allegations of them saying Kelsey got paid off. I would like to reiterate today, under oath, under the laws of perjury. For y'all who don't know what perjury means, that means lying under oath. Kelsey testified that she never received any bribery money from Tory Lanez. She has not communicated for Tory Lanez in the last 2.5 years. The last time she communicated with Tory Lanez was picking up luggage from his apartment days after the shooting. That's the last communication she had with Tory.
That sounds like an
Furthermore,
that sounds like
Marcus admitted that she paid for an apartment for Kelsey. If that's not probable cause, why would you pay for an apartment from Kelsey?
Probable cause for what?
That's her friend. That was her best friend, wasn't it?
Do you know under oath and perjury?
You see what they do? They
Well,
don't
you keep
acknowledge
saying under oath, but you
I want y'all to know that
she's
saying that's under oath.
Niggas don't care about under oath.
That they would not let Kelsey into the emergency room to see Meg. Additionally, while Meg was on the phone with the Megan's team, while Kelsey was on the phone with Megan's team, verbatim, this was what said. Kelsey, Los Angeles is a dangerous place. I advise you go home.
I got one question.
That's not a threat. If that is not a threat, I don't know what is.
I got one question for you, Gary.
If that is not a threat, I don't know what is.
Gary.
Now let me get to
hold on. I got one question.
I got to get to the questions
I got one question. If you committed a crime and you go to court and you say, and they say under oath, Gary, did you commit this crime? Are you telling the truth?
Yes.
Just because you're under oath?
I'm under oath. I would have, and I would,
oath.
And you wouldn't have to tell me that. Somebody that supports a sellout like Deion Sanders, I would already know you would perjure yourself.
Yeah,
bro. You say you tell on yourself.
You would perjure yourself. That's a
because you put your hand on the Bible. Like, okay, I'm gonna tell everything I did.
No, let them know the Bible ain't nothing to be played with.
Oh my God! I ain't never did no crime with you.
Call him 6'9".
Yes.
Well, my thing about the Kelsey situation, it'll never be an answer after that, I think.
All right, so let me address these. This is the last point I'll address, then we can have free talk regarding this. So I can see some people getting a little antsy. Talk. I ain't heard nothing about no Nicki Minaj whole court case. Where did this miscellaneous information come from? But the whole situation, Kelsey got paid off. I would like y'all to look at these timelines. This happened 2.5 years ago. The prosecution, which is the state of California that's bringing the charges against Tory, only interviewed Kelsey less than 6 months ago in September. All right, I just wanted to let y'all know that in September. All of these allegations of her getting paid off by Tory $1 million and all of that happened allegedly within weeks or months after the incident. So 2 years later, when she goes to the prosecution, in years, at least 1.5 years or 2 years after these alleged $1 million claims were given, she told the prosecution that Tory shot Meg. And she gave a whole testimony and everything saying that Tory did it. Then a couple months later, when it's time for the actual trial, she switches her statement off. That just doesn't prove what y'all said. That money and $1 million was made days after that. So why would she switch her thing up when she met with them 6 months ago and said that Meg shot Tory? And she then testified, again, I'm going to say this, under oath, she has not had any contact with Tory. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
You have to understand that dynamic of Kelsey and Megan. Why would
Please
she
don't
get
address
on
me.
the
Just
stand
give
to
the
help
facts.
her? Gary, you don't know if they talk. You're not there.
He says under oath.
He's believing Kelsey, a person that's lied.
Meg lied too.
So that means that none of them are credible. That doesn't make Kelsey and Tory's story better. Tory lied too. They all lied.
I don't even know who Meg is. I know Quarter Cup and Henny.
They all was in an entanglement.
All
right, Jada Pinkett.
Why is Kylie not on the trial?
Tory said he calling Kylie to the stand. And in there, and if Kylie testifies that she kicked Marcus out, it's over. Because Marcus got on that stand in that Barney suit, and Marcus said, I didn't get kicked out of college party. I left because my wig was slipping.
Wait, right.
Black woman gonna have to hold that one. Ooh.
Under oath.
Under oath. In the Barney suit. My wig was slipping. Ooh. Ooh. That's enough of theatrics. What are y'all thoughts?
I feel like
Kelsey. Yeah.
No, go ahead, Mo.
No. I said after that, Kelsey, it's so inconclusive. I think it don't have to get dropped.
That's a fact.
It's no coming back at that, in my opinion. They both had gun residue. It's so inconclusive.
And I feel like Kelsey is an opportunistic person. She gonna say whatever she need to say to make sure she keep her money and make sure she stay out of jail. It don't matter if she under oath or not.
I can see that. I can't lie. I can see that.
She's trying to find whatever side, the winning side. Because I bet she gonna change up her testimony. Like, she gonna change it up depending on where you win the trial.
Just for y'all to know that even though Kelsey has been granted immunity does not save you from perjuring yourself. So if you lie, understand, immunity does not protect you from that. There's no switching the story up now. Once she sat her behind on that stand and testified, that's the facts of the case. And it's interesting. One thing I would like to note out, that in every situation Kelsey had to dog Meg, she took it. And she didn't hold back. What could a Meg have done to that beautiful Black woman?
That's what I'm saying.
What could she have done to that innocent soul? What could she have done?
And it was
old Marcus.
What I found interesting is that they're trying to say that Meg has a pattern of stealing Kelsey's men.
Okay. And you were refuting this?
I didn't refute it. I just said, in my opinion, that seems a little odd.
Jealousy.
Again, I would like to say that under oath, Kelsey admitted to that, saying that Marcus was a habitual man stealer.
She didn't say that under oath. I believe she said Megan was a habitual man stealer.
Oh, yes.
Let's check the court documents.
I stand corrected.
She perjured herself.
Nah, in this conversation, Marcus equals Megan, which equals quarter cup of Henny. Those crazy. Those said,
it's like, yeah, but like, I think you made a good point. Like, if it's her best friend, she'll be on point with it. Like, yeah,
like I don't think y'all are gonna understand. Like they're going to bring in, like, apparently there's this hairdresser thing that hangs out with him, and he's going to have to testify that and there when I think the thing is going to start to come around is when they bring in character witnesses from Meg. Did Meg drink a lot? How was Meg when she's drunk? Was she aggressive?
What does that have to do? She got shot. It don't matter if she was drunk. It don't matter if she's being aggressive. They don't have a right to shoot her. That doesn't matter. What matters is who shot her.
Some people don't understand the court of law.
Who discharged the gun? That's the fact. Meg isn't under. We haven't heard nothing about Tori because everybody's focused on Megan's sex life. Megan's drinking. Oh, who Megan? All of this. We need to hear about Tori. What about his pattern of violence and aggression? We haven't got to that.
Could you elaborate that? Could you talk about his pattern of violence and aggression? I haven't heard anything about that.
Look him up on case search. He has a case for aggravated assault.
No, he doesn't.
In a past relationship.
Again, I would like to say, stated under oath, LAPD, day one of testimony, stated that Tory Lanez has no criminal record. Oh, it's just too easy.
He's Canadian, not in America.
It's too easy. Again, under oath, it was stated bluntly, Tory Lanez has no criminal record. They didn't say no criminal record in the United States. They said no criminal record. It's too easy. But I really think we're going to see a shift in the cases when these character witnesses come up. Because like Maya said, it would be nice to focus in on the shooting. But if any astute watcher or listener of any type of criminal cases, like I think Maya is watching Criminal Minds, you would know. Anytime you have a Barney situation, and when I mean Barney, I mean purple, which is domestic violence, the first thing they want to know, was this a Jada Pinkett situation? That's the first question that I ask. Did these two people have any type of relationship? Because you know what that means? That establishes motive, right? And in any murder case, that determines between manslaughter, first, second, third degree, homicide, all that type of stuff is motive, right? So you can't just say, who shot Meg? We want to know, everybody wants to know who shot Meg. But we also want to know what the motive was for shooting Meg. And we also want to know if Meg knows who shot Meg. And we also want to know, was Meg back turned when she got shot? Again, under oath, under perjury, the laws of perjury. Meg said, I did not see Tory fire the gun. But definitively stated and pointed him out, Tory Lanez shot me. You didn't see him pull the trigger, but Tory Lanez shot me.
You can't see in the dark.
Her back was turned. She said that. Her back was turned.
Yeah, like the bullet can't travel, bro.
Again, any other things that y'all would like to discuss?
After this thing comes out.
In closing, I hope everybody finds the peace that they've been searching for.
Whole time the girl probably shot her, and Tory just taking all the backlash from it.
What a strong.
It might be today. Facts.
It's all gonna come out. Tory shot her.
I don't think nothing's going to come out. I think it's going to be just a blur as it was.
The real question is, if everything's inconclusive, does Tory get his credit back?
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, once Tory gets found not guilty, it's going to be a sad day, man.
It's crazy.
Sad. Oh, Marcus. Oh, Marcus.
Well,
you don't got any other last thoughts? Really hit a couple more of these topics and then call it a day.
Sorry, he didn't get charged with this domestic violence, but his ex reports that she was abused. So I hope they call her as a character witness.
Again, in the court of law, that's why they have these such elegant words. Do you know what the word hearsay is in the court of law? Hearsay. Can we get a definition for that, please?
Hearsay is not if it comes out the person's mouth.
Hearsay.
Please look the definition up.
Did she make a police report? Hearsay. Hearsay.
I don't think you know what hearsay means.
Again, hearsay. That's why they have these such good legalese terms. All right, man. Anything else in Mag, Tory? We're going to keep tuned. Again, like I said, I don't think there's going to be any closure. I think those people that believe Tory shot Meg are going to continue to believe Tory shot Meg. Ultimately, I think we can all agree that Meg is the victim. But I don't think anybody has sympathy for Meg, right? I think that people realize Meg's a victim, but they also realize that she's been milking it and she may have lied on who shot her. It's all right to just say you don't know. You get shot. Like, I think this whole thing would have went a lot smoother and everything. I got shot. I don't know who it was, right?
Right.
But when you went and did that live and said, Tory shot me, it just changed the whole trajectory of this stuff. You doing these interviews, you doing all of this stuff, continuing to put them back in jail for the incident at Rolling Loud and all. It's just too much. So
yeah.
In the end, we'll see. There's always always believe in the natural order of things, right? In the end,
Tory put himself in that situation. If he knew there was a restraining order, he should have never showed up. He was pushing it. Don't try to put that on Meg. Take personal accountability.
I think that was irresponsible of Tory. Do you have anything else you would like to say? All right. Well, we'll keep on keeping you updated. I'm pretty sure next pod we'll have a verdict.
Oh yeah.
We will see who stands victorious. Will it be Tory or will it be Meg? Or will it be Tory and Meg and Kelsey? Were they all in on it together? What if this was all a plot from the beginning? Up next, Brittany Griner, man. What y'all think? Brittany Griner's finally home. She is home. You're happy.
You're my day's still moving. My day's still moving, man. It's like
that's messed up.
It's like nah. Yeah, I mean it's like my thing. I used to hate when people be like Joe Biden not doing nothing because it's like it's such a big deal who he has to trade during this time. But I'm like, I'm glad she's home, but it's just I hope the person they traded her for don't open his old businesses back up because you always got the clout if you.
I mean, they said that all his contracts is like Soviet.
Oh yeah, and he in the safe place.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, I do feel like the trade was detrimental.
What do you mean Soviet? Soviet is Russia.
I know. I mean, but still kind of old. But still, I feel like it's detrimental to the country because now it sets like a whole new like precedent. Like, let's say some country we're beefing with, we got some American, boom, lock them up real quick. Let's get some of my people back. Like they just got a whole thing called the merchant of death for basketball players.
Right.
I would like to make a couple distinctions. That's the game. If you don't know, that's the game. That's how it goes. Usually it's just not people or public figures. It's spies and government operatives and things of that nature that they're swapping back and forth. For the record, I would like to make the distinction that when Trump was president, he had the opportunity to trade the one merchant of death man that we traded for Brittany Griner. He had the opportunity to trade that for the other man that is currently locked up in Russia, the Marine.
They say he's not Marine no more, bro. He got this time to be discharged.
He was a
Marine. Facts, though.
For the Marine.
And he got 4 passports. Like he got 4 different citizens, and all 4 countries have been trying to get him back. And they it don't matter.
If you are a United States citizen, you don't relinquish your United States citizenship.
He has like 4 different citizenships.
That doesn't matter.
I'm saying, like, I think there's a lot more to him than people know.
Trump denied it. And if there was so much more to it, why did the United States first offer include him, I think his name James Comey or something like that. Brittany Griner for the Merchant of Death. There's so much to it.
Not trying to let this man go.
All right. So if there was so much to it, they would have never offered, right?
Who offered?
We offered.
To do what?
To get him back.
Bro, you understand what I'm saying. Russia is not letting him go.
The Marine, though.
Yes, the Marine. He's over there. He got arrested for espionage.
Yeah, espionage.
And he has heavy ties in Russia.
I don't think you understand. Espionage is not nothing close to what the Merchant of Death has done. You know why the Merchant of Death was rusted? He was selling weapons of mass destruction to the Contras. You know who the Contras are? The Mexicans.
He was doing more than that.
Kill United States citizens.
He supplied weapons to
Al-Qaeda,
Taliban.
to kill United States citizens. That's what they got him locked up for. He wanted to put death to United States.
Yes, I understand this.
A little espionage ain't nothing compared to that.
In Russia.
At the end of the day, I mean, I thought the United States don't negotiate with terrorists. It seems like we got the bad end of the deal. We'll see how it plays out.
You gotta think it's not necessarily.
They said the Pentagon already.
It's a whole different country.
What you say, Mo?
They said the Pentagon already super worried about his old businesses opening back up.
I don't think y'all understand. Like in some games, it's not a lot of actors. In international arms dealing, it's not a lot of people. So I'm pretty sure in a couple months, once he settles in, he's going to be right back to doing what he is.
Yeah.
It's not like the drug game when somebody go to jail, the next person just step up. Like you got to have access to these weapons and everything. It's not nothing.
But that's the thing.
There's a high turnover.
Yeah, so it's
Once
like people step up, but once he
it ain't nothing like stepping up because you got to have the supply.
But once the top dog, I mean, I'm sure he had people. But once the top dog comes back, he's automatically in charge. It's like El Chapo. El Chapo come back. Yeah, it's gonna be more threats, but I'm sure he can run what he used to have, old contacts and stuff like that. So like you say, he gonna step right into play, in my opinion. But I do think it's somebody always to take over. But he got more contacts than anybody, obviously, though. So that's true.
But we'll see what happens, man. We happy she's home. Seems like we got the short end of the stick, but that's what it is. Right. Hopefully Joe Biden didn't think he was throwing a bone to black people to get her home and all of that. So we'll see what it is. Right.
He said.
Anything else y'all want to talk about?
Nah, he said in the interview, he was like, he says, after being released, he says, America is rotting from the inside. He was surprised when he was told there were 72 genders in the country.
I'm dying.
Yeah. Yeah, but man, let's pray on it.
Mm-hmm. I think we'll end on this topic. The youngest black mayor just got elected. He was 18 years old, got elected of a city that was about 2,000 people. So we like to clap it up for him. Let him know. See, he's done better things. They have my man on all kind of TV shows and everything. He deferred to college, his first semester at college, to take over and run the town and everything. So we hope everything is good for him. He said he want to bring some opportunities and jobs to his community. So, we're going to keep rooting for him.
That'll be good.
Everything works out and getting an early start. Maybe we might see him in international or national politics soon.
Yep.
And that Tory May took a lot out of me, man. We're going to have to catch the rest of these next pod. And y'all got anything else to say before we leave out?
Ghana is a top dog. It's like, now we'll talk about that.
No, we got to talk about that.
Yeah, I'm about to say we can wait to see how it simmers down even more. But we could.
But
Yeah.
Just little like
it's
they
a
saying
reason.
Gunna snitch, man. They gotta, yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
It's
Right
more
now,
to it,
it
I think.
seems like
Right.
trembling, right? And like it's like they want to see what Thug say before they go in.
Right.
You know, Boosie jumped off the edge.
He jumped off the gate already.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
With the crying emoji.
Meek Mill went out there and tweeted that, oh, free Gunna. I'm happy he's home. Then he deleted it and then said free Young Thug. Yeah, I mean, people
I didn't even see
don't
that.
know. Yeah, Sauce Walker came out and was like, man, you know, we've been doing this since day one, and you know, that joint don't seem right. It ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying? You ain't taking no deals, you ain't telling, you ain't doing none of that. So
it's more to it. It's more to it. It's more to it.
What?
He took a plea deal, didn't he?
Yeah, but it's not like a regular plea deal. Like he has to agree to testify.
Yes,
in the plea deal, he agreed to testify, and also he gave testimony to say that there was a time when him and Doug were riding in the car. They got pulled over, and there was
none of his stuff.
Yeah, guns and other stuff found, drugs and stuff found in the car. It was only him and Thug, and he testified that none of the stuff in the car was his.
But I think I seen something recently that Young Thug came out and said he didn't snitch. It's all part of the plan. So it's going to simmer down. It's no way. It's no way in the world. That'll just ruin Gunna's whole career. In my it's more to it.
He might do like a house slate, admit to something, and then renege it on the stand.
Right, because Doug maybe told him get out, make that money. It's like, nah.
I don't think y'all understand how this works. When he took that plea, he signed. When Kelsey testified to them people, it wasn't under oath, right? He can't say something and then go in there. He can't even plead the fifth if he takes the stand. I don't think y'all understand. He signed that dotted line. There's no perjuring yourself. That's the statement. I mean, and it makes it even worse. Like he's on video saying, I agree to this. You agree to testify. Yes, ma'am. You agree that none of those items in your car were yours. Yes, ma'am. You agree that YSL is a criminal organization and you are aware, listen to this, and you are aware that members of YSL are committing crimes. Yes, ma'am. That's not snitching. You're aware that YSL is a criminal organization. Mo, that's fatal. YSL is a criminal organization and members of the organization are committing criminal activities. Did they not say that? What did he say?
It can't. It's got to be something. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's no, because Doug won I think he won a case in court today. He had a huge win, not a case, but it's more to it. Yeah. They can't use all he say on the cell phone, and that's really that's a big thing too, because Doug was saying some crazy stuff on the cell phone.
Yeah, but they got so much evidence on him, man.
Yeah, they got so much. Yeah,
and what you got to think about is the Gunna thing was strategic, because now the whole thing of the RICO is to prove that it was a criminal gang, and that everything was working.
Was getting supplied by money.
Everything is working in order to benefit the gang. So now you got one of the top people in the gang testifying under oath that it's a gang, right? So there's no more speculation. You got one of the members testifying that this is a gang and people in the gang do criminal activities. That's a huge bone right there.
That's huge. I ain't gonna lie.
But then we're gonna.
It sounds so crazy. Yeah.
With that being said, man, wish y'all happy holidays, and we out.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for tuning in to Opinions to Million podcast. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. New episode dropping every week. You want to hop on the next one? Shoot us an email. Follow us on all social media at Opinions to Million. We out.